Hello everyone, welcome to StrykeX 2.0. In this video, I will give you a detailed tutorial and walkthrough on how to use the StrykeX 2.0 platform. What are the new changes? What are the key upgrades that we have done? And a complete detailed walkthrough of each and every section so that you know how to use the platform effectively and more powerfully. So let's get started. The first thing that I'll help you understand is the panel section on the top left, which you can see. This is basically your navigation panel where you will see dashboard, portfolio, pre-built algos, my algos, strategy builder, my account, contact us, and FAQs. So I'll go to each one of them step by step. The first is your dashboard, which is also your homepage. Now, this is a place where you will get all the insights that you want related to the deployments that you have made. So this particular page first showcases me all the indices like Nifty, Bank Nifty, Midcap, Fin Nifty, India VIX, and it'll also show me the market sentiment. Now, this market sentiment is AI generated based on the advanced decline ratio of the market, based on what the indices are doing. So that is what you get in the top panel of the screen. Then you've got this little box over here, which is nothing but your position snapshot. This section will display the PNL of the trades that are currently either active or any trade that is closed for today. So this will only show you things that matter, only the trades which are either have an open position or if they have closed or booked a profit or a loss for that day. So for example, over here, you can see that I have multiple positions open right now, and that's what it's showing me. Along with that, it also shows me what is my PNL. So you can see the PNL number. This is a gross PNL. And in how many transactions did I have that particular PNL? What was the date and time for, when it was last updated? What is my booked PNL? What is my total capital deployed? And what are my active algos? Now, what is this booked PNL? Booked PNL essentially tells you what is the realized PNL that you've booked. So since I'm recording this video after the market is closed, after the market is closed, in the live markets, let's say I have booked 5,000 rupees of PNL, like some trade has booked some profit, it will bifurcate that booked PNL and show that separately over here, and then it will show you your overall profit and loss. The capital deployed number that is showcased over here is not the actual capital that is basically deployed from your account. This capital deployed number is shown based on the based on the strategies that you have deployed. So if you've deployed 4 strategies, each requiring a minimum investment of 3 lakhs, it will show the capital deployed as 12 lakhs. It basically tells you the total amount of capital that you would require for all your strategies to take trades properly. So that is the exact number over here, which is the capital deployed. Active algos shows you all the algos which are currently having an active order. So this basically tells you there are 11 algos that are currently in an active position. You will also see a live and virtual toggle over here. This toggle essentially changes your mode from live mode to virtual mode. So right now, everything that you are seeing on my screen is based on live market data, meaning it's based on my live algo deployments. Now, when you try to switch it to virtual, all the market data will be live, all trade executions will be live, but it will happen in a virtual account without you involving real money. Now, when you switch to virtual over here, you will see that there is a top panel which says virtual trading mode enabled. Trades won't use real money. And on the top right, you will also see a button called switch to live trading. When you click on that, it'll automatically switch back to live trading mode. Now, if you want to switch from live and virtual, you can also click the toggle on the bottom left of your screen. So right now I'm in the virtual mode. If I click on live, it'll automatically shift my entire mode to live. Now, what we have done is we have clearly segregated your live deployments and live executions from paper trading or virtual trading. So on the screen, whenever you are seeing the live mode, all the data that you see will be for your live account. When you switch to virtual, all the data that you see is going to be for the virtual mode, right? So that's one change that we have made, clear bifurcations and segregations. Now, this section is done. Now let's move to the right box that you see. Now, the box in the right section is the deployed algos section. Now, this is where you will see all the algos that are currently deployed in your live account. Now, since I've already selected live, it will only show me all the strategies that are deployed in the live mode, right? So it will show me the name of the strategy, the date on which it was deployed, the time at which it was deployed, what is its current status, right? The current status live means that these strategies are currently having an active trade. If the status is waiting for next entry signal, that means this algo is deployed, but it is currently waiting for the next market signal. Now, on the right hand side, you will see the total PNL. This is the combined PNL of the algo till date. So this is your PNL, from the date you started deployment of this particular algo till date, whatever is the PNL, this is what it will show. Now, this PNL always changes after the market closing. So this won't change real time because this is the cumulative PNL of the strategy, but all the other PNL will change real time, right? Now, you also have certain chips like all, active, paused, and stopped. So if you have a stopped strategy, it will show the status as stopped and you can directly filter it from here. Otherwise, you can see all the algo deployments over here. Now, if I switch to virtual mode, the same thing happens. I can see all my deployed algos in virtual mode, and you will see the label virtual so that you can easily identify that, okay, this is a virtual trading algo, and this is not something that I've deployed in the live mode. And again, it will show the same status. It will show you the PNL and it will show you the name of the algo, and it will also show you the date on which it is deployed, right? Now, if I go back to the live mode and I scroll down, you will see this section, which is basically your insights, where you would know the most profitable algo. So which algo was the most profitable for you? What was the PNL of that algo and in how many trades? Then you will see the algo which has the highest win rate. Now, mind you, all of this data will be tailored to your account. So whichever algos you have deployed in the live mode, it will show all of that. If you switch to virtual, the data will change. So when I switch to virtual, you will see that my win rate has changed, my most profitable algo has changed, everything is changed, right? So when you select whatever toggle you've selected at the top, all the data will be filtered based on that, right? So now you will see my cumulative PNL, the most profitable algo, the algo with the highest win rate, and this is the last 7 trading days PNL. So it'll basically, if you hover over it, it'll show you the PNL for those particular dates. Now you also have a PNL calendar over here, which will show you the daily view. It'll also show you the monthly view, and it'll also show you the yearly view, right? You also have a toggle which says include brokerage and government charges. When I click on this particular toggle, it'll show me what my brokerage charges were and what is my net PNL. So all the PNL that you see over here is gross PNL. When you when you click on this particular toggle, it'll adjust for all brokerage, STT, all the kind of government charges that are basically applied. When you scroll down even further, you will see some featured algos, the algos with the highest win rate, the algos which are most deployed by our users, and the algos which are most profitable. Now, these three are not based on your account. This is generally what's happening across the platform. At the bottom, you will see the learnings and guide section where we have created some tutorials for you to better understand how the platform works. You can watch each of these videos to better understand how the platform works. So now this is basically the dashboard section where you basically get a snapshot of everything that you need on a daily basis. Every time you sign into the platform, this is the page where you will basically land up. Now, moving on to the second thing, which is connecting your broker and syncing your account. Now, over here on the top, you will see the logo of the broker that you've connected, the expiry token. So whenever you are authenticating a token, earlier you used to come on the platform daily to authenticate. Now, whenever you authenticate your token for the next 15 days, the token will be active. So you will see the expiry date as well. You will see the status as connected, and you will also see the margin available over here. Now, please remember, the margin available doesn't refresh real time because we have to fetch it from the broker. So all you need to do is click on those 3 dots and click on refresh margin whenever you want to see the margin over here. When you click on the three dots, you can basically check out the broker details. You can add funds. You can regenerate your token. You can refresh your margin. And if you want, you can disconnect your broker, right? Now, when you click on broker details, this is what will basically pop up, and it will show all the details of the user. So it will show which segments are active, what's the DDPI status, what's the MTF status, what is the token expiry, all of your client details. You will also be able to see, the fund availability. You will see the token history, when was the token generated, your plan validity, and much more. So that's basically how you set up your entire thing. So when you log in, you will be asked to connect your broker. Once your broker is successfully connected, you will see all the important relevant information over here. Now, coming on to the next bit is the portfolio section. Now, the portfolio section is a detailed version of the dashboard section, but there are some more controls over here in the dashboard section, in the portfolio section, and across the platforms, right? You will see two or three action buttons all the time. The first one being square off, right? So whenever you're exploring a strategy, let's say I'm on the dashboard page and I'm exploring a strategy. Whenever you click on any strategy, right, in this particular panel where your PNL is showcased, it'll open a small pop-up where it will show you important details. It will show you what trades are currently open, at what date and what time were these trades executed. You will also see the trade status. You will see the last traded price. You will also see the profit and loss, which is the unrealized PNL right now. So you will see the PNL and then you will see the ROI. So when you see the PNL over here and the ROI number over here, this ROI is calculated based on the actual capital deployed for that trade, right? And similarly, you will see the overall profit for that particular day, right? This is not the total, this is for this particular day. And you will see another ROI number over here. This is based on the total capital that you have deployed. Along with that, you can also see the open and the close tab. So when you click on the close tab, it will show you if there is any trade that is closed for today. And in the open tab, you will see all the trades that are currently open. Now you also see these three buttons over here, which are nothing but to square off your position manually. If you want to square off your position manually, always do it from the platform. Do not directly try to do it with your broker, because if you do it directly from your broker, the platform does not know that you have exited the trade. The platform will still try to punch a trade on your behalf, which could lead to double orders being placed. So it's a sincere request, if you want to manually engage in any algos trades, please click on the square off button over here, or click on the square off button or the icon over here. You can also directly square it off from the button that is mentioned over here. You can do either one of these three. Now, apart from square off, you also have an action button called pause. Now, the pause button essentially lets you pause a strategy for that particular trading day. Meaning, if you pause a strategy, it indicates, or it basically signals the platform that for the remaining part of the day, you do not want the algo to take any order. So pausing is basically temporarily stopping a particular algo. Also, when you are pausing a particular algo, it gets paused only for the day and it will restart automatically the next day. So for example, if today at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you pause a strategy, the first thing that you need to ensure is that there is no open trade. If there is any open trade and you try to pause the strategy, you will get a prompt like this, which tells you the strategy cannot be stopped while a position is active. Please square off the position first. Once the position is closed, you will be able to stop the strategy, successfully and safely. You will be able to see all the trades that are currently open. You will basically get the option to square off the position from here. Otherwise, you can manually square off these positions before pausing or stopping a strategy. Now, we always recommend not to intervene in any particular algos trades, because it basically destroys the entire idea of automated trading. But in an emergency circumstance, or if you really want you to be out of a particular trade, you can definitely square off manually. Now, as I said, pausing a strategy will pause the strategy for the remaining part of that day only, and it will automatically restart the next day. So if you want to permanently stop a strategy, you should click on this stop button over here. And once you click on the stop button, this strategy again needs to have zero open positions. If there is any open position, it will ask you to square off that position first. When you click on the stop button, and when the strategy is stopped, it will not take any future trade unless and until you restart the strategy. So you have three command buttons, which is square off, pause, and stop. Right now, when you're on the dashboard, when you click over here, it gives you a simple snapshot summary of what's happening. Now, if you want to, let's say, go here, and when you click on the strategy over here, you basically go into my strategy details page, which will open up all the details about your account based on the algo that you have deployed. So I have deployed this particular algo since 14th January, 9:35 a.m. with an investment multiplier of 1x. This shows me the total capital deployed. It tells me, this particular section tells me the gross profit. So this number that you see over here is the gross profit without taxes and charges. And then this number right here is my net P&L after brokerage. So it tells you the brokerage amount paid and the total taxes amount. Also, it tells you the gross profit in percentage. It also tells you the net profit in percentage. Now, it'll also show you, I'll just switch off my camera just so that more data and the entire screen is visible. So I'll just switch this off and I will disable the video panel. Now, you will also be able to see a square off button over here, a pause button, and a stop button. Again, we've tried to give you these master controls at every single point so that you don't have to look for them when you need them the most. Now, if you want, you can square off the position directly, like the entire strategy, you can square off directly from here or by clicking on the pause button or the stop button. Now, you also have a section which tells you the active positions. So whatever active positions are currently there in the strategy, it will show them and again give you the master controls. When you scroll down, it'll show you the live performance statistics of that particular strategy on what that strategy has done. And it'll show you basically the P&L. And it'll also show you the gross return, the average monthly return of the strategy, the average winner, average loser, biggest winning trade, biggest losing trade, risk reward ratio, profit factor, and win rate. Now, along with that, you can also check the, put in any custom date. If you want to change these metrics, you can do that. You can also download the report and you can also view backtest results of the strategy. Now, since when you will be on this page, you will be seeing your data only, the trades that you have executed in the trades that the algo has executed on your account. If at any given point of time you want to see the backtest results of the strategy, you can just click here and you will be redirected to the backtest page. Now, when you scroll down, it'll also show you some insights, most profitable trade, the best month, um, the cumulative P&L, and the last 7 trading days. It'll also show you your monthly view. So let's say in the month of February, it's currently up at 1.32 lakhs. It'll show you the daily, breakup as well, and it'll show you the yearly breakup as well. Again, you've got the toggle to include brokerage and government charges. Whenever you enable the toggle, it'll get enabled at all places. Now, it'll also show you the transaction history, whichever transactions are currently open, whichever are closed. You can scroll down and see all the data that you require. You can, again, you can download the report if you need it. Moving ahead, now this is basically what you could access from the dashboard. And I was trying to tell you what are the internal redirections that, when you click here, you will see this pop up. If you want more details, you can click here. So all of that stuff also I was trying to cover. And now coming on to the portfolio section. Now, as I said, the portfolio section is an enhanced version of the dashboard. Over here, you will see these 3 major columns. It will show you the overall profit and loss, which is currently running right now. Out of this is the running P&L, which is nothing but the unrealized P&L. If there is any booked profit and loss, it will showcase it over here. It'll show you the active strategies currently, which are currently active, meaning they are currently in a particular trade. And it'll also show you the total number of open positions that are there from these strategies. It'll again show you the total capital deployed. Now, again, this is not the number that has to be there in your account. It is basically a sum total of the margin requirement or the investment requirement of each algo. Then it'll show you the cumulative P&L. It'll show you what is basically the top performing algo, how much P&L has it delivered, and in how many trades. And then you've got the master square off button over here. This master square off is basically like an emergency kill switch button. When you click this, all the trades which are open in your account from any algo, it will directly get squared off. So use this button when you want to square off all positions from all algos at a single click. Now, again, this particular button will also lead to the same thing. It'll give you a prompt that your positions are currently open. And if they are open, you need to first square them off, and only then, you can proceed ahead. So since this is the square off button, it'll give you a prompt. It'll ask you, it'll double check, do you really want to close all the positions? When you click there, all the positions will be squared off. Now, when you go to the pause all button, this will basically pause all the strategies that are existing, meaning that when you click here, it'll give you this prompt, which I just mentioned, and it'll tell you that you have multiple trades open. You need to square all of them. Only then you can proceed with, pausing your strategy. This button will pause all the strategies for that particular trading day. And when you click on stop all, it will stop all the strategies for an indefinite period until you restart them again. So these three are like your master buttons, which will do multiple actions together. And they should only be used when you want to really pause all the strategies or stop all the strategies or exit all the strategies. Just to clarify, when you want to click master square off button, it'll just give you this particular prompt, and then when you click here, all positions will be squared off. Now, coming on to the next thing, you will see the my position section over here. This my position section will give you all the details of all the strategies. And when you click on this, it'll give you an expanded view of which trades are currently open. You will see the eye icon over here. When you click over here, it'll basically give you all the trade details of this particular execution, the order ID, the order punching time, the time at which it was executed on the exchange, the executed price, the limit price, all of that stuff, right? The traded value, etc. Now, when you scroll down even further, and again, you get all the action buttons over here. When you keep scrolling down, you will now get the order history, right? So you will basically be able to see what exactly has happened each particular strategy. You will also be able to see that if there was any manual exit done, you will see the manual label over here as well. You can again download the report. You can filter it by segments, by strategy, or by dates, right? So this is basically your portfolio section, which gives you detailed understanding about your entire P&L. Now we will move on to the pre-built algos section. But before moving here, I will go to the my algos section, because this is another extension of how we display data to you. So now let me help you understand how the my algos section work. Now, the My Algo section is again another way in which you are going to look at your P&L. So it'll show you the same data in the top section as you saw in the portfolio section. But when you scroll down, it'll show you like a very snapshot kind of data for each strategy that you have deployed. So let's say there is a Bank Nifty option strategy that is currently live. It'll show me the win rate of the executed trade data. It'll show me the risk reward. It'll show me the average profit, the average loss, and the last 5 trades. what is the streak of the algo in the last 5 trades. It'll basically show that to me. It'll show me the instrument. And if I want to look at more details, I can basically click on the view details button, and I will go to the details of that particular strategy. So let's say if I go scroll down, and let's say if I go to this particular strategy, it shows me the RR ratio, it shows me the win rate, it shows me the average profit, average loss, and the win, the recent winning and losing trades. It'll also show me the net PNL. What is my net PNL after charges and all of that stuff? So it'll basically show me my total overall ROI. So that's basically what is being showcased in this particular section. And now if I go back to the dashboard screen, just to reiterate, dashboard shows you everything that you need to know on a day-to-day basis. The portfolio section is a detailed version of the PNL that is being showcased on the dashboard. And my algos is more of an analytical area. We're going to add a lot of analytics to this particular section so that you can look at a lot of data so that you can make informed decisions. Now, I will come to the pre-built algo section where you will understand how you can deploy a particular algo into your account. Now, this is the pre-built algo strategy marketplace area where you're currently on the overview page, where you will see featured algos, you will see some recommended algos, and now you will notice that we have 3 categories of algos. So we have categorized algos into 3 categories. First ones being individual algos, which are just classic algos that work individually, meaning you will find algos for bullish, bearish, neutral market conditions, all of them listed individually. Then you have bundled algos. Bundled algos are nothing but a bundle or a combination of 2 algos. So whenever you are deploying a bundled algo, it's more or less a combination of 2 individual algos bundled together. For example, if you want to deploy a nifty strategy, which takes both the long and the short trades, basically buying a call option if it's an option strategy, buying a call when the markets are going up, and buying a put when the markets are going down, you can go to the bundled algos and deploy the nifty options bundle. It shows you it's a multi-directional strategy, meaning it's going to do long and short both, and it shows you it's a high risk strategy. So bundled algos are basically 2 algos bundled into one. Individual algos are algos, sorry, individual algos are algos that are listed individually. Bundled are bundled into two, and AlgoFolios are a portfolio of multiple algo strategies that are constructed into a portfolio. Now, let me explain each of them one by one. So now, when you scroll down, you will see a section naming individual algos, then you will see bundled algos, and then you will see AlgoFolios. When you go to individual algos, you will see the view all button over here. When you click on view all, you basically come to the individual algos page. And now over here, you will see all the algos listed over here, along with a segregation by segment, that which particular algos are in the index option buying segment, which ones are there in the option selling segment, which ones are there in the stock option buying, stock futures, and index futures. Now, when you want to deploy any of these individual algos, you can just basically see this particular screen. And when you will see this, let's say I talk about this strategy, which is called the Bank Nifty Batman strategy. It will show me which category does it belong to, what is the direction in which the strategy will take trades. Is it market neutral, bullish, or bearish? It will show me the risk meter, whether it's low risk, medium risk, or high risk. Then it will show me the minimum investment amount that is required to execute this particular strategy. It will show me the instrument in which it will take a trade, a one-line simple description of the strategy, win rate of the strategy, 1-year returns of the strategy, risk-reward ratio of the strategy, and the maximum drawdown of the strategy. Now, if you are satisfied with this particular data, you can directly click on instant deploy. When you click on instant deploy, this is the pop-up that will open. It'll show you which strategy are you deploying, what's the minimum investment required. 1x over here shows you the investment multiplier, that if you want to increase your investment, you can basically increase it as per the multiplier limit. So since this strategy has a minimum limit of 4 lakhs, you can increase the investment in multiples of 4 lakh. Once you're done with that, click on the I agree to authorize StrikeX button. And now you will see that you will see two buttons. One is deploy in virtual and the other is deploy in live. Now, if you click on deploy virtual, this strategy will be deployed in your virtual trading account. If you click on deploy live, this particular strategy will be deployed live in your account. Now, as soon as you click on deploy live, after the next very minute, if the strategy has any trade signal that is generated, it will automatically take the trade for you. You don't need to wait for hours or days for the strategy to start taking trades. It'll automatically start taking trades the moment you start deploying this. Now, when I say that, I mean, what if the next signal comes in the next 5 minutes? It'll take a trade in the next 5 minutes. If there is no new signal generated for, let's say, the next 2 days, it won't take any trade until a new signal is generated. So you can deploy in live or you can deploy it in virtual. Now, if you want more details about the strategy, you can click on the view details page over here. In the view details page, you will see multiple details about the strategy. You will see a video over here of me explaining how this strategy works, and I've explained the strategy in a lot of depth. I've tried to explain how this strategy works, what's the rationale behind it, how do you can understand that strategy. It'll also show you the best conditions for this strategy, the rationale of the strategy, and the trade frequency of that strategy. It'll also tell you some enhanced information about the strategy: win rate, profit factor, risk reward ratio. Maximum drawdown is basically what is the amount of capital, what is the amount of investment, what's the percentage of investment that you could probably lose based on historical data at the maximum. This is like the worst possible scenario. And we have basically mentioned the max drawdown numbers slightly higher than what they actually are, to factor in for any kind of slippages, any kind of transaction related costs like brokerage or taxes. Then you can see the 6-month return of the algo, the 1-year return, and the 2-year returns. Now, since I've deployed this in the sorry, since I've deployed this in my virtual account, it is showing me two buttons, one being view my virtual deployment, and the other is a button to make me deploy this strategy in the live account. If I click on view virtual deployment, it will start showing me data of my deployment, right? The data for my account. Now, when you scroll down, it'll show you the backtest performance statistics. And again, you can see this week, this month, and custom dates, all of that stuff. It'll show you the gross return, average monthly return, average win, biggest win, risk reward, all of that stuff. If you enable the toggle to include brokerage and charges, it will now then show you the net return, and all the data will now be after brokerage and charges. When you scroll down, you will again see some insights: the most profitable trade, the best month, cumulative P&L, and the last 7 trading days of the strategy. It'll also show you the monthly P&L. If you want to look at 2025, it'll basically show that to you. And if you want to look at the yearly P&L, it'll basically show the yearly P&L to you. Now it will also show you the transaction history, all of that stuff. So let's say if I basically include the brokerage and charges, you will see that it is included here as well. And now all the transaction data will be after taxes and charges. Now at the bottom, you can also see a bottom footer sticky screen, which shows deploy in live or view my virtual deployment. That's basically the data that you see when you're trying to deploy a particular algo. If you've already deployed a particular algo, it'll then show you the button as a view deployment instead of instant deploy. And if you ever want to make any changes to your deployment, just click on view deployment And then if you want to edit your multiplier, you can do that. If you, let's say if this particular strategy is currently stopped, right? So let's say if this particular strategy stopped for me, I can click on restart and restart this particular strategy. And then it'll show me that, this particular strategy will restart and begin trading according to its configuration, right? So you can even do that. And when you go to individual algos page, you can again segregate based on your choices or based on the segment that you want to basically select. Now, in the index option buying, index option selling, and stock option and stock futures, we have included combos over here as well, which are nothing but very similar to bundled algos. They take multi-directional trades. The reason we have done that is so that users who are used to deploying individual algos can also get the option to deploy it in a multi-directional way, because a lot of you only deploy a bullish strategy or only deploy a bearish strategy, which basically makes you vulnerable if the markets are directional on one side. So hence, it is highly recommended that if you are deploy a combo strategy so that you take both the long and the short side of the trades. Now you can basically explore this particular data, and you can also see the top 3 recommended individual algos, and these recommendations keep changing based on market dynamics. So you can explore this as well. You can also use the search box to just type in anything, and then you can easily scan or search for any particular individual algo. Now moving on, we will now come to bundled algos. Now, as I mentioned, bundled algos are bundled like 2 individual algos bundled into one. So let's say I'll open the Nifty options bundle and I click on view details. Now it says that this includes the Nifty bullish options algo, and it also includes the Nifty bearish options algo. It'll show you the max drawdown. It'll show you the risk reward ratio, profit factor, 6-month return, 1-year return, the best conditions, all of that stuff. And then you can actually click on algo wise allocation. So it'll show you what's the weightage of each algo in the strategy and the minimum investment. When you click on overview, it'll give you the combined data for both the strategies for a maximum period available. If you want to see for like this particular month, you can just basically filter that. Now, if you want to just see how much has Nifty bullish options contributed and how much has Nifty bearish options contributed, you can individually see that as well, right? So, that's another set of data. And then everything else remains the same. You will be able to see the monthly data, some insights, and transaction details. In the bundled algos, we have got bundles for Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Midcap Nifty options. We've also got bundles for Nifty futures, Bank Nifty futures, and Midcap Nifty futures. Now, the fifth futures bundle essentially means you will go long on the index futures. You will also go short on the index futures, depending on the trade direction and based on the signal that is being generated. So another thing is we've also got block burst options bundle, which is the stock options, where you will basically, if you deploy this bundle, it'll deploy, on both the long and the short side. You also have the block burst futures bundle, which will basically deploy long and short stock futures, right? It's a multi-directional strategy, meaning it can basically take trades on either side. Then we have got a short straddle bundle, which will basically execute the short straddle on Nifty and Bank Nifty. And then you've got the short strangle bundle, which will deploy it in Nifty and Bank Nifty. And again, you can see all the details over here. So these were the bundled algos for you. And if you want to deploy any of them on virtual or live, just click on that, click on I agree, and then click on either deploy virtual or deploy live. And remember, you do not have any limitations. You have unlimited deployments and unlimited backtests. Now coming on to AlgoFolios. AlgoFolios are nothing but a portfolio of algos curated for users. Now let's say I go to an algo strategy, which is option sniper, right? Now, this AlgoFolio is basically nothing but an algo portfolio. It tells you which all algos does it include. So it includes Bank Nifty options combo, Nifty options combo, and Midcap Nifty options combo. You will also see a video. And when you scroll down, you will see the overall statistics for this particular algo. You will also be able to see the algo wise allocation. So you can see Nifty and Bank Nifty options combo are taking up 25% of the capital, and then 50% of the capital is taken up by mid cap Nifty options combo. If you want to look at the strategy data individually, you can definitely do that. You will be able to see the win rate of the strategy with multiple instruments. Then you will see all the data that is the most important for you: the daily, monthly, yearly PNL, win rate, cumulative PNL, last 7 trading days data, all of that stuff. If you want, you can again include brokerage and charges. So again, all of that stuff remains the same. And then you will have the transaction details. If there's any transaction with the dash on the exit, that means this transaction is currently active or running. So that's the AlgoFolio section for you. We have multiple AlgoFolios, and you can explore them out. And based on your risk appetite, based on your investment amount, and based on what kind of trading do you want to do, you can basically opt for that. So let's say if I go to something called as a trend assault strategy, it'll show me again the algo-wise allocation, that it's an option buying strategy. If you want to look at a multi-segment strategy, I'll actually open Quant Pilot. Now, this strategy is basically, you will see over here that this is 80% stock futures and 20% index futures. So that's the combination that we've used in Quant Pilot. And similarly, we have Quant Sphere, which is basically another, AlgoFolio, which is a mix of index futures, option buying, option selling, and stock options. So when you hover, it'll show what kind of capital is being deployed in percentage terms with each of these strategies. And then you can look at the overall results, and then you can watch or look at the results strategy wise as well. Right. So that's basically how you can explore AlgoFolios. So that's basically how you access your dashboard, your portfolio, pre-built algo section, and my algo section is also covered. Now let's move on to the strategy builder section. Now the strategy builder section is something that we already had a strategy builder 1.0, and a lot of you have been already using them. And to access that particular strategy builder, all you need to do is just click on start building now, and it will redirect you back to the old platform. For the next 15 days, until we make the new strategy builder go live, users are requested to use the old platform for the strategy builder. When you click on this, it will automatically take you to the old platform, and within the old platform, it will take you exactly to the strategy builder page. Now, in a few weeks, we're also launching the next generation strategy builder, which is strategy builder 2.0, which will have indicator and price action based builder with lots of indicators, including smart money. You can also create an option selling time based builder strategy. You'll be able to integrate trading view, so you can create a trading view pine based builder. And then you will have a fully artificial intelligence based no code builder, where whatever prompt you give to the platform, it will try and create a strategy for you. You can even use your voice, give a command to create a particular strategy, and the platform will do it for you. So that's basically how the strategy builder works. For now, you'll have to use the older strategy builder. And then once this is live on the new platform, you will be able to use the new builder as well. Then you've got the My Account section, where you'll basically get all the information about your own account. You can also click on Contact Us, where you can raise a ticket, call us, or start a WhatsApp chat. There are some FAQs for you, which are segregated into multiple sections. So you can go to the FAQ page and check all of them out if you are stuck on anything. You can also reach out to our customer support team. There is an icon over here. You can contact us using this. There is a contact us icon over here. You can contact us using this. This is your profile section. So you will basically be able to either log out or check out your account settings from here. Now, this is basically everything that you needed to know about the new platform. And one important thing is we have updated the strategies. We have updated the names a little just to make it simpler for all of you. and the strategies are much more optimized. They're much smoother. The results are better. The platform is faster. It is smarter. It shows you better data. It gives you more control over your trades. It gives you your actual numbers, what is your net realized PNL. And we are going to constantly add a lot of new features in the next, every single week we're going to add a lot of new features, which will definitely be extremely beneficial for you. So that's basically everything about the platform that I have discussed. If you still have any doubts, go to the dashboard. There are some learnings and guides, and you can basically watch these videos and start your journey. I am super excited, and I hope all of you really enjoy the new platform, and I will be waiting for your feedback on that particular on the platform, so that we can improve and make it even better. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope all your doubts are cleared, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye and take care.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.